We are still following active weather across the state of Michigan, including right here in our backyard. Let's go over some of the warnings we do have out there at the moment. Severe thunderstorm warning still for western Mackinac County, about to expire in the next minute. But if you do know folks downstate areas near Bay County, they're still talking about an active tornado warning and a few new warnings now popping up for Genesee and Lapeer County. Those are going to go in effect at least until 7 o'clock this evening. So we'll continue to watch the radar for you as we are going throughout the next few hours. It still could be a little bit active out there as we continue throughout the rest of your Tuesday. Let's go ahead and show you some of the latest data coming in. Here's a look at it. Still some of those showers and storms a little bit more prevalent in some of our northern communities near the Straits going into eastern upper. Still some of our southern and eastern communities as well. Could talk about a few passing showers and storms. This is all going to be along a cold frontal boundary moving in from the northwest as we carry you past the midnight hour, getting into your early Wednesday morning. Notice the little blue arrows now starting to come out of the northwest as we continue into the day tomorrow. That's going to be the frontal passage itself. So once we're getting into your Wednesday, overall, a drier day. Probably going to have to talk about some patchy fog at minimum in some low-lying spots. Keep that in mind for your morning commutes getting out the door tomorrow morning. But at least we are keeping most of your Wednesday dry. Could talk about a few lake breezes setting up potentially off of Lake Michigan or Lake Superior. A stray shower at best, but still thinking we're going to talk about more dry time and even a little bit more sunshine to go along with that as we get into the day tomorrow. And even still, by the time we reach right here, getting into your Thursday morning, trends are still going to be looking mostly dry. We're really not talking about any appreciable chances for rain past tonight until we get closer to the upcoming weekend. But from some of the rain that we did experience from earlier today, that also could give us some fog to deal with as we're getting you out the door for your Wednesday morning. Still a trend to watch there. And if you remember from last week, we were talking more about that northwest flow, not only near the surface, but as you're going up into the atmosphere, that will have the potential to bring in a little bit more haze as we go into the day tomorrow. Doesn't look like it's going to be as concentrated as what we were talking about from last week, but still a trend to watch if you do have any sort of respiratory issues. Let's get you live weather stations outside right now. Mount Pleasant still seeing some of that rain. 3/10 in the bucket. Number right now in the low 70s. Current number sits right there at 71 degrees. McBain just a few degrees warmer. 2/10 of an inch there in the bucket, with your number sitting right now at 75. If you're not seeing the rain actively fall, you're still talking about a warm overnight period. There's a look at the temperatures, low to mid 60s for a lot of us getting into your early Wednesday morning. And remember, that cold front moving through tomorrow will give us a little bit more of a northwesterly wind, and your temperatures as a result not going to be as warm. Low to mid 70s, there it is. Eastern upper tip of the mid, still talking about a northwest breeze, about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Also, we'll have to watch potentially for a little bit of haze. Mid to even a few upper 70s looking good. There it is into western lower. I do think the extent of the heat will be found into some of our eastern and our southern communities, and it's really a run at 80 at best getting into the afternoon tomorrow. Eastern lower will highlight that into some of our central zones right there up M33. Even getting a little bit farther south into some of our central counties right there. That's the extent of the heat, but at least we're talking about less humidity getting into the day tomorrow. So we can all sing to that tune getting into midweek. Let's go ahead and talk about the next 7 days. It's a drier stretch rounding out the rest of the week, Adam. A little bit of haze again. We'll watch that for you. Watch out for some patchy fog to start off your Wednesday. Next best chance for some rain and storms starting your weekend Saturday.